Adam Atkinson, how you doing, my friend?
Good, man.
All right, we are here at the Seal Studios. Exciting news that just came out about the NPC first, and then the IFBB. You want to make that announcement?
Yeah, so there's a new division. They're actually going to do the Fit Model Division, which is supposed to be a throwback to Bikini from 2015, is what they kind of recommended the standard be.
Right.
And all you can think about is what an exciting time in my career and just even in bodybuilding that was, because those time periods prior and during were really attainable for athletes.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I started my career in 2015. I know I first met you in 2016, and then you started coaching me in 2017. The look was definitely different back then as far as pretty much everything, but definitely bikini.
yeah.
And so this is exciting, just kind of taking us back there. I like to call you the Swiss Army knife of coaches because you've been able to work with so many different types of physiques, males, females, bodybuilding, bikini, wellness, men's physique, classic physique, women's physique. But this kind of takes you back to just old butter knife Adam, right? You don't have to really go too deep in the tools, that you have. Kind of talk to me about what this means to you as a coach.
For me as a coach, this is all I do. I coach athletes day in, day out. And I love it just as much as day one as I do, whatever day this is in my career. And I am just so thankful to have the opportunity to bring it back. And then also, these clients become my friends. You help these people get through things. I'm thinking about my girl who got third place at the Arnold back in 2014. Her mom got a cancer diagnosis during that prep, and being there for her beyond just a coach and being her friend and helping push her along just meant so much to me as a coach, because you want to be more to people than just a coach. You want to be a mentor and a friend. And, it's tough. It is personal, but that's why they call it personal training. And, you just really have to go all in with your athletes. And I'm excited for this because this is going to bring more people just into my life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I'm most excited about.
There it is. There it is. I agree. More attainable look. What does this mean to SeeYouLaterLeaner as a team?
I think for SeeYouLaterLeaner, I've always been about options with my athletes, whether they're enhanced, not enhanced, or maybe somewhere in the quasi-natty route. I've always approached this as it's your choice. This is your face, your voice, your choice. And I've never been somebody who has pushed anything or said, you have to do this, because that's really where the rubber meets the road for me. Is this is about guiding people into the decisions and not necessarily just putting something on paper, slapping it on the desk and saying, you're doing X, Y, and Z or else. So, definitely allows me to cater to the athletes better. And I think this is going to I think that this is going to actually, help women stay more feminine if they choose to do so.
My next question was, what does this mean for the athlete? You kind of delved into that a little bit. Can you deep dive a little bit more?
I think for the athletes, it gives them more options and it gives them hope. I think that we saw the numbers go down, and I think what a great federation to listen to the athletes, and what a great decision. And now the athletes have choices, and this is about the athletes, and that's what I'm so excited about, because now the athletes have choices. Are there going to be people who maybe need to enhance to do this division? Like, There probably will be. And just because it's, not as extreme of a look as the other divisions, you just have to let people do what they want to do. But I think when we look at top tier genetics and in the fit model division, the right genetics, the cream is going to rise to the top. And I think we're going to see a new wave of non-enhanced athletes. And I think also in the NPC natural divisions, we're already seeing that anyhow. And this is not only exciting for the athletes, it's exciting for the fans, and it's exciting for the general public because now we can say, you know what, maybe I can do that too. And I want to take the supplements they're taking, and I want to train like they're training because there's a little less questionable things going on. And again, everyone has right to their own devices on what they want to do. But I think we found that, a majority of people don't drive around with superchargers in their car. But if they do, it's really kind of cool to see. But most people are driving a general vehicle, I think the best way to describe this is Porsche came out with the Macan, that was a budget-friendly car for everyone to look at enjoying. And I think that this is great because we get more of the general population back into the sport, back into health. And I'm a health coach first versus a bodybuilding coach. And I can really stand behind this with my team and with athletes on it being geared more towards health.
Thanks for sharing that and being so candid with us. It takes me back to, I started in the fall of 2015, and I competed versus some of your athletes. And it takes me back to that look. All those athletes you bring, literally dozens, to the shows. This takes me back to the old See You Later Leaner, what you're capable of doing, being super successful at bringing these types of individuals to the stage. And I will tell you, there's a difference between a bodybuilder and a fitness model. Your mainstream, your public, whether you're at a grocery store, a college campus, corporate America, walking down the street at a family event, you're probably likely one in several people, maybe 1 in 5. We'll say 1 in 10 right now because we don't know what look they're specifically looking for. Are viable candidates, would possibly be viable candidates to be successful as a fit model. So that's the exciting thing about it, because I don't know if we should really assign them to being athletes yet. Potential athletes, competitors. But definitely not bodybuilding, because this is a fit model. And you go to every one of these gyms, a corporate gym, they're striving to be fitness models and not necessarily bodybuilders. Their hashtags are fit or fitness. Some of them are models. It's generally not bodybuilding unless you've been a part of the NPC or the IFBB or any other organization that's out there. So I think this is really looping in the majority of the individuals that have probably been pretty left out of this. And what I find interesting, and we won't delve into it too deeply right now, is some of the criticism. We welcome the criticism. Go ahead, talk about it. Because whatever you're complaining about, we're going to fix. But they just made the announcement the other day. Give it a chance. Give it an opportunity.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's hard to face the negativity because you're not going to please everyone. But I guess my question is why? Because I think there's been a lot of people who have been asking for this. And at the end of the day, why is more participation threatening to people? And, at the end of the day, I think that there's now something for everybody, and making our sport more inclusive will bring more prize money, more fans. It's going to bring more family members, if anything.
I have to interrupt you. This, who this doesn't threaten? This doesn't threaten that 23-year-old, maybe recent college graduate that is ready to compete. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about her dad. She still lives at her dad's house, and he's worried about her training too much or getting too skinny or trying to meet a criteria and then struggling to even attend her show. He wants to support his daughter, and even the wife and the brother and sister. Yeah, we want to support her, but we don't like how she's looking. We don't like how she's feeling. We don't like how she has to look. And instead of us as coaches and leaders saying, well, eventually getting to, well, this is what it's going to take for this individual to be successful. It's not going to take that for them to be successful at this. It's a better conversation to have. It's a comfortable and confident conversation to have. And I speak from experience because those are the conversations that I look forward to having, because I want the family to understand. And for me, if you're living in someone else's household and your family doesn't buy into it, then this might not be the right thing for you, especially if daddy's paying the bills and you're not presenting your best self because you have to struggle so hard to meet this criteria.
Yeah.
This gives you an off ramp, and it's more attainable. And as coaches, we coach based off of expectations.
Absolutely.
Expectations. And so we have these expectations that, yes, you can compete in this and not kill yourself.
And now we've opened the doors safely for athletes and financially
Financially
to buy
too.
a suit that's not blinged out.
Blinged out, yeah.
That's going to be a great...
Listen to us two dudes talking about blinged out bikinis.
Right?
We've got the experience, man.
Well, and the funny thing is, the only people I see bitching about it are guys who don't understand in freaking $30 posing trunks, dude. Like, try to buy out a blinged out bikini for $500 and see if you are not a little bit upset about,
or even
like,
the supplements,
fact that you can't chase your dream.
Or even the supplements. They may not have to, take certain enhancements or supplements that cost money. And this opens us up to other budgets as well for the females, because they do spend so much money just to get on stage. And that's one thing that we need to acknowledge as coaches and leaders and current and former athletes as well. Like, you guys do spend a lot more. Well, here's an opportunity to save a few bucks.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm just excited. Something new should be exciting. It gives us something to watch. I know I'm enjoying the few conversations I've had with athletes where they've been leaner than what the criteria expects, according to what we know. And you know what? You do kind of have some capped delts when you're lean, but when we're, maybe 10 pounds up from your stage weight, how are your delts actually going to look? We might actually have not as rounded delts, and this is fun. We're crafting, we're having conversations, we're making connections.
This is what challenges you as a coach.
Yeah,
if you're that damn good, you have to figure it out. Right? You have to change.
Are you
have to figure it out,
or are you a division I've had experience with in the past, but will be a little bit different?
Well, the same thing happened with all the wellness athletes and competitors that you had, and then you think your craft is perfected, right? No, it's not. This is another opportunity. It's not a challenge unless you suck.
Yeah.
Right? It's an opportunity if you like to study and get better and you understand I can't always be great. Now I have to reinvent my greatness or tap into something that's going to get me great in this category, in this class, once we really know and see what those expectations are.
Absolutely.
It's challenging. It's more challenging as the coaches who have a certain eye for certain things, because if that's your only eye, then stick with those classes. Can you coach in this class?
Yeah.
That's the exciting part about it. That brings the joy and the fun into bodybuilding and fitness and the competitiveness. Like, we should be excited about this, man. And a lot of people are. I looked at the engagement on social media when Tyler made the post and his page and NPC News Online, and I'm telling you, the love that poured into that, and people get it. People get it. So I'm excited. It's not even a male's category.
Right.
But I'm very excited to see what this looks like.
I am also, and I think it's going to connect people more. I'm excited about my athlete who was going to set out all of 2025, but we're like, no, we're going in this year. Now we're going to try this because I think this is more attainable for her. I think that we're going to see healthier athletes, And I also think we're going to see a healthier community. I think, this gives us more of the reason to communicate with the judges even more. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. And let's make this, the best year of bodybuilding that it's ever been.
You sound like an advocate for the sport.
I love this sport, and I love the changes and the challenges that come with it. That's why I got into bodybuilding for myself. And, I still get to be a bodybuilder through my athletes, which is amazing. I get to compete every day.
Good for you. Well, I do appreciate you're making yourself available right after the announcement was made, and I've been getting bombarded, and I'm not even as active as you are.
Yeah.
But some of the people that I haven't talked to in years,
Right out of the woodwork.
they're
right?
like, "Wow, this. Do you think that?" I'm like, "Yes." If you reach out to me and you are considering it, the answer is probably going to be yes, unless I know like mentally you're not really. Competing's probably not the thing for you, but the answer is likely yes, especially if physically you have those gifts. And it's interesting to see what that criteria will really and truly be once we start seeing those bodies on stage. It's gonna, and the amount of people in the audience that are gonna say, I could do that. I think I might be honey. You think I can do that? That's going to be the exciting part as well.
It is. Already checking my DMs. It's like, haven't heard from you in a while. I wonder what this is going to be about. And, boom, there it is. I think I've seen more pictures of Tyler in my inbox than anybody this week, with
here.
the breaking news. That's big. That's impact. And,
and shout out to obviously the NPC organization, IFBB organization, but shout out to the sponsors and the promoters who are helping to advance this forward. I've seen a lot of them repost and things like that. So shout out to them. We're really excited. They seem like they're all, I've talked to several already and actively engaged with a lot of them. So it's very exciting. They understand it. They get it. And this is just an opportunity for everyone. So.
Absolutely. And thank you for coming here for the interview. I appreciate it.
Well, I couldn't turn this down, man. We had to jump on this topic while it was hot. And emotions were there because it's been like, I'm telling you, my phone was blowing up last night and this morning. We're on the West Coast now, and we have a lot of East Coast folks. And I got to sleep late last night, which is early in the morning for those folks. So I was actually getting their messages asking me stuff. So I'm like, all right, this is pretty, we have to at least jump on this and talk about it. And then, kind of talk about it a little bit more as we get more information and talk to some of the promoters in the league office and some of the judges. We have access to a lot of judges out here too, which is exciting, and the ones back home in certain other areas that we've infiltrated over the years. So,
absolutely.
All right. Great. Well, this is Franchot Thomas.
And Adam Atkinson.
We're here at the SeeYouLaterLeaner studios, and we will be talking to you guys again shortly.